Hey everybody, Ben here from the Bonehead podcast, and welcome to Top 5 Friday. Every Friday we get together and we have a look at the top 5 somethings, probably from Blood Bowl, because that's what we do, and we chat through what I've picked and why I've picked them. Today we are going to be looking at the top 5 teammate throwers. Now, yesterday you probably would have seen our Theory Thursday episode where we talk all about throw teammate. And we really did talk all about throw teammate. So we're going to be looking this week at who the best teammate throwers are. So who you are going to use, who is going to be the best, doing the best job at probably killing their own players by throwing them through the air. Starting out at number 5, we have got the Untrained Troll. So the Untrained Troll features in many teams that don't feature the Trained Troll. And the difference between the Trained Troll and the Untrained Troll is that the Untrained Troll has loner of 4+, whereas the Trained Troll has a loner of 3+. So, this troll features essentially, and I'm kind of compiling a bunch of the trolls together here, all the trolls with loner 4+ feature at number 5 in this list. That's the Chaos Troll, that's the Chaos Renegade Troll, that's the Warpstone Troll, whatever it's called in the Underworld team now, and it is just the straight up troll from the Orc team. So the defining feature of this is that 4+ loner. So when we looked at throw teammate yesterday, we kind of pointed out the fact that there was a nega trait and another nega trait and another nega trait, and loner definitely features in that. So the troll being number 5 on this list, hey, he can throw teammate. This guy has been throwing teammate forever. Just ask any goblin coach that's played pre-Blood Bowl 2020. Okay, loner 4+ is a bit of a stitch, and the difficulty here with the troll is that it's got really stupid and it's got always hungry, and if you fluff those rolls, loner 4+ is just going to make it even harder to kind of claw it back from. And when we looked at the passing stats, and when we looked at the throw teammate success stat, you can see that the more rerolls you can use, the better. And yeah, 3+ is not a lot better than 4+, but let me tell you, it's going to feature. You're going to feel it. And basically, the Untrained Troll at a 4+ is going to be able to throw teammate, but it's just a more risky role. So for me, the Untrained Troll comes in at number 5. Which means the Trained Trolls come in at number 4. So these are the kind of trolls you'll find hanging out with Snotlings, hanging out with Goblins, and potentially hanging out with Black Orc teams. Let me just double check that. So the cool thing about this Trained Troll situation is that they have got loner 3+. Now everything we just said about the troll is exactly right. It's cool that it's got projectile vomit. That does nothing for throw teammate though. Throw teammate with these guys, passing 5+, you're going to be pulling it off. And each of these teams is going to be using that throw teammate. It is a Trained Troll on the Black Orc team. Fantastic. So that means that you are throwing your Goblin Bruisers, you're throwing your Snotlings and Stilty Runners. You're throwing all these guys, and you've just got that extra safety net of loner 3+. You do still have to face that really stupid. And you do still have to face the fact that they are quite hungry. In fact, they're always hungry. So you've got a bunch of nega traits that you have to kind of put off. The other benefit here, and it isn't actually about the Trained Troll, okay, it's about the teams that they are on. And the teams that they are on tend to have the extra players, okay, especially when it comes to Snotlings, they will have a babysitter, which kind of means, really stupid, is guaranteed to be a 2+ rather than a risky 4+. On an Orc team, for example, you can leave the troll unattended, it can get smashed away, it does a great job on the line, but the Trained Trolls here tend to be focused more towards, or at least one of them, being a thrower, which means you are more likely to go that route of giving them strong arm as well. And strong arm on a passing 5 Trained Troll with 3+ loner is going to be you're going to be able to pull off quite a lot of throw teammate shenanigans. Coming in at number 3, we have got the Mercenary Ogre. So, okay, the Mercenary Ogre is not actually a player type, but I'm using it to represent every Ogre that's not from the Ogre team here, okay? Because these Ogres will all have loner 4+. So, we're talking the Chaos guy. Chaos Renegades, okay? He can throw a dude. You've got the OWA team. They can do that. The Human team. They can also do that. OWA have the Ogre, but they have no one to throw. Anyway, from a throw teammate point of view, the Ogre is a fantastic player. Bonehead, even though it is a nega trait, It is pretty reliable, 2+, and the Ogre can do absolutely anything. Downside is that that loner 4+ means that sometimes it's just, you just cannot do anything about it. In fact, I've had some difficulties with my Croxagore in my Slan team recently, where just rolling a Bonehead and then wasting a loner reroll is a costly mistake to make. But when it comes to throw teammate, these guys having passing 5+, and the only downside being Bonehead, allows them to make the most of their 5 squares of movement. So if you think about it, if there's a way for you to maneuver around, 5 squares is a huge chunk of the pitch. So if you've got this Mercenary Ogre and you've got it on your human team and you need to throw that Halfling, you can afford to move a bunch of squares first. And that's the main strength here when it comes to throwing teammate with the Ogre, is it will always, apart from when you roll a 1, be able to move wherever you want it to go. So the Mercenary Ogre here will do this for the human team with the Halfling, and it will do it for the Chaos Renegade team with that Goblin. And if you look at the fact that the Renegade team, for example, can have the Troll and it can have the Ogre, the fact that the Ogre has got 1 more movement and it has actually got 1 more agility, which will be useful if you need to dodge out to get to throw it. And Bonehead is just so much better. Same thing as the Troll though, if you want to be using this guy to throw teammate, then Strong Arm is such a huge boost. So, Mercenary Ogre, human team, Chaos Renegade team, my number 3. Which brings in number 2, the Ogre Blocker. So, I also wanted to include the Ogre Punter here, because the Punter is a punter, it doesn't actually have throw teammates, so I'm not gonna even try and sneak the Punter in. So the Ogre Blocker, we've just talked about the Ogre. Movement 5, agility 4+, so it can move around to do stuff. The beautiful thing about the Ogre team is that there is no loner on your big guys. They've got Bonehead. That's it. You've got rerolls. Rerolls are expensive, don't get me wrong, but the fact is that if something goes wrong, you get that reroll to do it with. And also, and this is probably an underrated factor here, is that Noblars are only 15k each. They are incredibly replaceable, and normally you're running Riotous Rookies, so you've got like 3 to 7 of them that have loner and just doesn't matter if they die. So you've got ammunition, and you've got the potential there to throw some teammates and swoop in and just steal those SPP to help you get to Strong Arm first. When the Ogre Blocker does have Strong Arm, he is throwing up to 6 squares on a 5+. Actually, that's not true. He's throwing up to 6 squares on a 2+. On a 1 they fumble. On a 2+. You've got a 2+ roll, 6 squares, you've got a bunch of Noblars. This is fantastic. But the great thing here is they've got that movement as well. You know, 5 squares means that they're going anywhere. And they're definitely backed up for the fact that there is a team full of potentially up to 4 other Ogre Blockers. Now, we're going to talk about the Punter here. The Punter has passing 4+ and kick teammate. The same rules apply for throw teammate as they do for kick teammate, except that Strong Arm doesn't work. So it's really interesting to see. The Ogre Punter actually kind of is just a passing 4+ throw teammate player, but they can't score completions. So you've got the throw teammate rules, but Strong Arm does nothing, so they're capped at that 4+, and they can't score completion points. They can't score SPP. So unfortunately for the Ogre Punter, it does not feature. But on an Ogre team where you've got one Ogre with Strong Arm and another Ogre with the punt skill, boom, boom, you've got a couple of 4+ quick passes there. It's fantastic. So the Ogre Blocker here, you're on an Ogre team, one of them gets Strong Arm and then just becomes your tiny person quarterback. Which means the number 1 teammate thrower in Blood Bowl is, probably unsurprisingly, the Tree Man. Okay, hear me out here. It's a difficult one, and it's way closer than you'd think. The Ogre from the Ogre team has got movement 5. The Tree Man here has got movement 2. So why is the Tree Man better than the Ogre? It does start with Strong Arm. So that Strong Arm means that you are going to be able to throw a dude 6 squares right from the beginning on a 2+, basically. 2, 3, and 4 will be inaccurate, so it's -1 to land. 5 or 6 at range 6 is going to be a superb pass. And if you want to brew up, and this is the beautiful thing here, is you can brew up the SPPs from getting throw teammate completions right from the start. A quick throw with throw teammate, 4+ to get a superb landing, basically 4+ to get a superb throw, which is going to give +0 to the landing. So it's basically 4+, 3+, have some SPP, which is really sweet. So you are going to be able to make some glory passes in the backfield with some halflings to get those SPP. When it comes to developing the tree man, it gets even better as well. You've already got strong arm, so you don't have to worry about with the strength skill. There's not a lot of other skills that are really superb on the tree man, first of all. Okay, ideally you want block if you want to go, so that's 12 SPP. 6 SPP can buy you brawler. Alright, or break tackle, meaning you can dodge away on a 3+. Not great skills. If you save up till 18 SPP, and I know we mentioned this yesterday on the video, the tree man then has the opportunity to roll a stat up. You're not affecting your TV, you're keeping him normal the entire time, and then he gets a chance at that stat up, and that is a 50% chance at passing 4+. Passing 4+ with strong arm is going to be a 3+ quick pass and a 4+ superb pass at range 6. That's a 50% chance of throwing that guy exactly where you want him. It's huge. It is absolutely massive. And they do not have loner. So this is specifically the halfling treeman. I believe the OWA treeman does have loner, which is sad. And the wood elf loner, the wood elf treeman can't do anything anyway. So the cool thing about this is that you don't need any skills. There is nowhere to go. There is no way to develop. So you can just brew up and then you'll end up with either a movement 3 treeman or a movement 5 treeman. Now, on the other side, the ogre does have better movement, which means it is going to be able to move around. Yep, OWA guy has loner, so you can move around further, and it is more reliable. You're not going to get rooted, but you're never going to bonehead with this tree man. On a roll of a 1, you're going to get stuck in the mud. That can be a massive nuisance, but you're not going to lose your tackle zones, and you can still throw. And I know I slow rolled to that, but you roll a 1 with an ogre, that thing's done. Your pass action is done. Even if you were standing right next to the person you were planning on the throw, it's over now. The tree man can still throw. It's fine. The action doesn't end. Its movement just stops. And you still get to throw your halfling exactly where you want to do. And you are going to be doing that with a +1 modifier. And the reason that you got passing 4+ versus passing 5+ with strong arm is that strong arm adds 1 to your roll. So if you're doing a short pass and therefore losing -1, you're adding +1 with a strong arm. That means that you are modifying the dice roll by 0, which means you cannot end up modifying your die roll to a 1. You either fumble the guy, or he goes where you want him to, and then you scatter, and hopefully he doesn't die on impact with the ground. The other guys, if they're going for that 4, 5, 6 square throw, they do end up risking the roll of a 2, which will be a wildly inaccurate pass. And that for me is why the tree man is a better throw teammate thrower than the ogre. I love ogres. There's an argument there for it because the movement is so much better. But never throwing a wildly inaccurate player is just massively worth it. And the fact that you've got strong arm to stop that happening from the bat is just amazing. And coming in at number 0, we have Deep Root. So we've done the top 5. The top 1 is definitely the tree man. I know there's an argument one way or the other, but actually, if you look at the potential to throw teammate, we cannot move on without talking about Deep Root. So Deep Root starts with strong arm and passing 4+. That is a 3+ quick pass. It is also, and probably most importantly, and we talked about that when we talked about the tree man, is that 4+ to get a range 6 throw teammate player is absolutely massive. And the other great thing here about Deep Root is, although he does have loner, on a 2, 3, it's an inaccurate. On a 4, 5, 6, it is a superb pass. On a roll of a 1, it's a fumble. However, if you fumble with Deep Root, he just puts the guy down. He will land automatically. So if you have a ball carrier and you need to 1-turn touchdown, you can make the roll with Deep Root. You've got loner, that's fine. Maybe you don't have rerolls and it doesn't matter anyway. Even if you roll a 1, it will not be a turnover. because he is just going to land him safely. So passing 4+ and strong arm and basically safety against fumble means that Deeproot is just the most phenomenal throw teammate player out there. In the middle of the game, when you've got rerolls, I think the Tree Man actually has the edge here against Deeproot because, well, no, it doesn't. It's just better. Deeproot's just the best. Hey, who knew? Who knew that Deeproot was the best one? And the reason I probably could have got away with putting him on the list is because Deeproot is a pretty standard feature for halflings. He is basically another positional for the halfling team. So really cool. I love the idea of throw teammate. We need some more stuff. We need some more people and things that can throw teammate. I'm interested to see where we go with this. I'm not sure what else they can feature in there. There's Chaos Spawn in the Secret League on Fumble for Chaos Halflings, and they are terrible. They've got throw teammate, but they have got Wild Animal because they're basically Minotaurs that can throw stuff. I took them to Bonehead once and ran them online Fumble once or twice, and the throw teammate game there is real poor. Okay, it's just really poor, worse than troll level essentially. But we need some more. We need some more stuff. I think when we see a Tzeentch team, we'll see a bit of throw teammate there, especially if they introduce the little chaos demon guys, the horrors. That would be pretty cool. I'd be happy with that. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Please let me know if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong. Normally, I put a post out to get feedback and info first, but quite frankly, I ran out of time and I got excited about this one. So, yeah. I've got a fun one planned for next week as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you again soon. Happy throwing! Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the show even further, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Or come and join us in our Patreon, link below, where you get early access to our content and monthly competitions. See you later.